but HR was okay with it because they were on my side.
Yeah, HR Nerdicopia HR was okay with it.
Oh, we won't even talk about Nerdicopia's HR. They're on nobody's side.
What's up, chat?
That
it's
is
3 old man. Is that better? Is that exciting? No. Okay, let's redo it.
You gotta do better.
All right. Show me how.
This is why you subscribe to Patreon.
Oh, you want me to watch it? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give us an old. This is Buck will appreciate. This is like late '90s wrestling intro. You ready?
No.
You ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Kick.com proudly presents its brand new triple tag team champions of the world. The DM, Dr. Diz, the Admiral, Double Up Buck, and of course me, the fattest man on the planet, Plan Diesel, 3 old men.
I feel like I should rip my shirt off.
Exactly.
There's a typo in the monitor screen. I see a DM in his name, or you didn't pronounce his name properly, Clan.
Well, I said, well, see, here's the thing. There's a translation problem, right? Because on Twitch, he's Dr. Diz DM.
Yeah, it's true. I need to fix that.
Kick, he's Dr. Diz.
Yeah.
You know, I know you said kick, but the way you said it, it sounded like you said on your dick, he's Dr. Diz. And I'm like,
I mean, that could be the same. But, you know, I'm a gentleman. I don't kiss and tell.
Except to all of YouTube and Kick just now.
Exactly. It's not like this video is being saved on the internet for posterity,
right? I mean,
oh wait a minute.
Nobody in Sweden will ever see this. Oh,
listen,
well,
say what you
maybe.
want. Listen, Sweden loves us. At least the
actually,
that we do.
Well,
They
actually, it's
love
our
us.
audio more so than our video.
That's true. Our dulcet tones going across the airwaves into whatever a Swedish person drives on their way to work in Sweden.
Sweden.
Yeah. If we ever get to go to SwedenCon,
to the Swedish fish factory where they work.
Exactly. That's the only thing I know of they make is Swedish fish.
Swiss
right?
and Swiss Miss.
Oh, no.
Do they make that
is
there?
not Swiss.
I was gonna say this.
Oh, sorry.
That's Switzerland.
That's Switzerland.
That's like the Swiss Army knife. That is not Sweden.
Yeah, they make. They make knives. Swiss make knives.
Very good knives.
Chocolate and cheese.
And they're very neutral.
They are very neutral. And then
they're like a druid. True neutral.
Makes fish. And I don't know what else. We need to ask Malnox what else Sweden is famous for.
I mean, they have a lot of different candies over there for sure. Not
are they communist?
No, they're not communist. They're socialist.
Socialist.
Yeah, which means they pay like 35% taxes, but they don't mind paying the taxes, and they have free healthcare and education.
Socialist, yes, gotcha.
They're happy with paying the extra money because they have free stuff.
There's video evidence. They're like, yeah, I'm fine with paying the taxes because I don't have to pay to go to the doctor. And I'm like, shit, they're onto something.
I can live on $15,000 a year.
Exactly.
I need an X-ray. I don't have to go sell a kidney to get this X-ray.
Yeah. Sweden, go get an X-ray. You just go get it and you leave. In America, go get an X-ray. Wait 3 months for the bill to come. That's $15,000.
I got a bill from the hospital. I got a bill from the X-ray guy. I got a bill from the doctor that had to look at the X-ray.
Exactly. And then the doctor that saw me in the ER. Because we're 2 different doctors.
And then I got a bill from the ambulance. I didn't even ride in an ambulance. Oh, well, they were on call in case you need to be transferred.
We called one just in case. It was on standby.
I know somebody that actually got charged that way because they were in one and there was a discussion about needing to transfer them. And so they put one on standby and they got charged those guys' bill while they waited, even though they never utilized them. I'm like, that's bullshit right there. Never once used the service.
3 old men complain about capitalism.
I mean, to be fair, we bitch about everything.
We do. But listen, I know I've got 2 medical bills sitting over here looking at me. Because when Clandis Allen got hit in the side of the head with a ball bat,
Metal or wood?
Metal.
Oh,
it swelled up real big. Like it instantly just a huge knot. And I was like, you need to take him to the ER because I was at work. It's like, Sally, you need to take him to the ER right now. Because I was afraid of a concussion.
Yep.
And so they went, they're like, no, he's fine. And so I get the bill, and there's like a $1,500 charge for the ER. Then there's like a $3,000 charge for a CT scan.
mm-hmm.
And the insurance paid what their pays is, but I still owe like $1,000.
How much does this CT scan machine cost? I mean, the CAT scan machine. How much does it cost? Because I'm sure it's been paid for 100 times over.
Hundreds of times over.
Yes. So we're going to put up a sub goal to cover the cost of our medical bills, Chad. Get ready for that one.
Well, I see a 20 sub goal right now.
Yep.
We have 20. But your subscriber
looks like it reset.
Yeah, your shit is definitely off because I know of 2 subs in this channel.
Let me
that are in chat right now because Glenn is there.
I think it may be a timing thing. So that was
maybe
because I know of 2 of them.
That's right. Also, chat, if you do have a sub and whatever, you'll notice that there's badges next to your name, right? Now, you may have a badge and not know it. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to, if you're on Kick chat, you'll need to go down to the settings button, the little gear down there next to the big green chat button, and go to identity under chat settings and see if you have a badge that you turn on, like Buck just did. There you go.
And you can see that the one above it did not have a badge beside my name that is now there.
There you go. Yeah, like the founder's badge, moderator badge, and a subscriber badge is all automatic. But like if I give you VIP or OG, you have to turn that on automatically. And I think you can turn them off too.
If you don't turn them on manually.
Yeah, you have to turn them on manually. I don't know why I said automatically.
I was gonna say you can't turn them on automatically if you have to turn them on.
2 streams of thought independently going at the same time. My mouth can only pick one.
Now, if you want affordable health care, there is a route to go. You can join the military.
I know what you're going to say here, but I've heard you and every other vet talk about the VA.
You can join the military and get injured while you're in, and it does not cost you a dime. However, you will die before they ever get you sorted out.
You know how we fix the VA, right? Yeah. We just make Congress have to go to the VA.
Yes.
And then the VA will be fixed overnight.
Yes. I approve this, and I will sign the petition. Where's it at?
I approve this as well. So how's everybody doing? It's Thursday night.
And pay them military's pay.
Because Diz is a slave driver.
But it is a short week, right?
It is a short week. It's only 3 days this week, so that's nice. Tomorrow is Friday, and that means that it is Mexican Friday. It's Fiesta Friday, if you will, chat, because that is the day that the Lord have given us to go to Mexican for lunch, and it is what I live for. That is my happy place. 5? I mean, I can do a 4-job Fiesta Friday if that's what chat wants, because it's going on right now. And
is it that time of the year?
But I will. Chat knows I love me a good 4-job Fiesta.
Diz wouldn't ever do it.
Can I do
make 4 warriors?
That's true. He will. He would. Yeah. I mean, you could do that, but there's a lot of potions.
I mean, that's 4 jobs.
It is 4 jobs. That's why he doesn't like 14. That's why he doesn't like 14. He can't be 4 warriors at the same time.
Yeah, but see, he didn't even choose Marauder to become a warrior. Never once played it.
Okay.
Guess who leveled up to and has a warrior unlocked now?
This clan became a warrior of light.
Let's talk about this 14 for a second, okay? So I watched a couple of videos. I watched a couple of videos.
Hold on, I got to do something in chat.
Okay. Don't do that exclamation.
If we're talking about Final Fantasy 14, which is available for free, chat, It includes the expansion Heavensward, available now. You can play up to level 60 for free. Download it today. Also, tell them Clan Diesel sent you. They won't know who the freak you're talking about.
Oh, Diz, you didn't make it for me.
What is it? Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to.
I wanted to put that command in and talk about WoW, and Clay be like,
I don't know what
the hell?
There, because that command would do the same thing as critical.
No, it would not. No, it would not.
We do have some WoW news though, but let's start with everybody's favorite game.
But Diz wanted to talk about 14, and we got him to talk about 14.
Well, see, he has to because Diz called me while I was on vacation, and I had to work.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, he was like, I'm not going to give you PTO back for calling you. So instead, I'm going to agree to play Final Fantasy 14. I was like,
that seems like a bad trade-off.
I'm like, okay, deal.
I think I'd want the PTO back.
That is fine.
All right, so let's.
Oh, see, Chad heard it. Chad heard it.
Yeah, but I think I'd want the PTO back versus hoping that Diz is going to play long enough in 14 to get your money's worth.
Oh, if I say I'll play, I'll play.
That's true, Chad. I shaved my eyebrows once when I said I'd shave my eyebrows off for 2 or 3 subs on Twitch, and I got them, and I did.
I mean,
so when we say we'll do something, we'll do.
Tifa, if you met a goal, and I made sure that happened.
That's right, true. So, you did, and that's on YouTube, chat. You can watch it on YouTube on Super Retro Game Show episode. What was it, 88?
No, something it's like 20 something. It's really low. It's actually really low. Yeah. So, but we have over 100 episodes of it now.
That's true. I also heard we get to leave early tomorrow. I vote that we get to leave after lunch. Well, as a matter of fact,
I have heard rumors of what's going on here.
And you probably would too if you rewound it all the way back. That could be what happens.
If you subscribe to Patreon, you may very well have Patreon.
If you, we have a Patreon.
I know. That's why I said if you subscribe.
I just have to go in and put in the tiers. I don't know what you guys want to do for these tiers, so I haven't set them up yet.
All right, 14. So
if everybody in chat will drop a sub tonight, I'll get to me and Mystified there gets to leave early tomorrow from work.
What if you are already subbed?
Well, then you pre-purchased it.
Oh, so you mean kind of like pre-ordering Endwalker where I don't have a registration code?
Yes.
And it's been over a week and they still haven't got back to me?
Yep.
So I blew $63 and some change for a game that I still don't have access to?
They'll get to you. I'm confident. You have that order number. They'll get to you.
All right. So I'm all choked up. I was looking at what class I would want to play. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking.
I have some ideas. I want to hear this, but I have some ideas.
I'm just looking for DPS. Okay. I'm looking for some type of DPS at this point.
So
that's where I was going.
Not the blue or the green. Okay.
I want to keep it kind of simple. So DPS. So we're going down here to DPS. I don't want to play Bard.
Okay, so Diz doesn't want to be an archer.
It's just Archer.
It is not
a musical.
It's not Archer. It's freaking Bard.
I mean, I'm a
Spoony Bard.
I'm shooting with a bow. So
Spoony Bard. Okay.
It is Spoony Bard.
Would rather not play it. Okay. Anyway, so I looked at some videos. I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe some type of caster would be cool. And I was like, Black Mage, well, I was like, no, how about Summoner? Summoner, that sounds interesting. So I look at Summoner, and it's like, okay, you get this ability, and then you get this ability. When you summon this ability changes to this, and then this ability changes to this.
Yep.
And then, like, there was a 30-minute video on just how your powers change to different powers when you use other
when you
powers.
Summon the different icons. Yeah
I'm
sorry, primals. Primal's in this game. Primal.
And I'm like, by the end of the video, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to play that.
But the thing about Summoner is the Summoner rotation is very simple. It's basically summon, use the summon special ability, ruin, repeat.
Okay, maybe the video is just, and then I was like, well, I was thinking, well, maybe Rogue, because it goes into Ninja, right? So I look at and it's exactly the same thing. It's like there's like 4 different, you get like chi at one point, and then you get like, there's these 3 things, and depending on what order you activate them, it changes your abilities into different things.
Okay. I just unlocked Ninja. All right. Leveled up Rogue to 30. Rogue is real easy. It's 3 buttons at the most all the time. Okay. Because you can get the chi and stuff, but like I really never used it. You don't have to use it at all. You just like stab, roundhouse kick, and keep going, and you'll be fine. When you get to Ninja, now you do have to do the things, but what it is you get one of those at a time.
So you get 10, right? Yeah. This right here, this 10 thing.
Yeah, so that's the first one you get. And basically what it does is you'll activate it, and it shoots out this area of effect blast in front of you. But other than using that, you're still just using your 3-button combo all the time. And then as you level up and you get used to it, what it'll do is it'll add more of those chi abilities.
You get chi, at level 35. And then at 45, you get Jin. And apparently, if you activate these in a certain order, they change your abilities.
And your abilities will tell you what order they need to be in order to use them.
Yep.
They'll even put a border around them in the order in which they need to be pressed.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's interesting. And then you get ninjutsu at some point here, which opens up all these other abilities down here.
Yep. Oh, thank you,
Judgy DM.
Judgy DM.
Oh, it's because we're talking about Final Fantasy 14.
Excuse me, sir. The exact name is the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14, sir. That is the correct name.
Our little sub bar isn't working down there. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Now it is. It's back to, it's showing 3 now.
Yeah, he just followed. That was not a sub.
Yeah.
That was a follow. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying things over here, Judgy, to see how it is, and so far we've been pleasantly surprised with the response. So we've been trying everything over here except for D&D. D&D is on Twitch.
Yes, we
can. Well, what we're doing, Diz wanted to talk about Final Fantasy 14 because he's trying to pick what class and job he wants to have in the game, because he's going to start playing the game because he owes me. So he's going to start playing the game, which means he's going to have to move to Fairy.
Or just make a new character and start over.
But you don't want to do ARR all over again. So you will move to Fairy. Either that or you'll make a new character and do a skip.
But what should I play? That's the question.
Now, I think that you would like Rogue into Ninja. I do think that you would like that. I'll be honest with you. I really enjoyed it. And the quest is real good too. It's a good quest. Pugilist is also another good one. Pugilist goes into Monk. But it's just like it literally is like I hit 2 buttons and I beat the shit out of everything around me. It's Rogue and Ninja were surprised. Rogue and Pugilist were surprisingly enjoyable to me. But I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed the tank classes too. Marauder and Gladiator were fun. Mm-hmm. Basically, as long as you remember, like if you're in a dungeon or something, this is basically what I did. I turned my tank stance on and I AoE'd things when they came in. That way they were always attacking me. So
that's important. So Judgy's telling me that I need to start as Marauder or Arcanist, because you have to hit level 10 before you can switch into this, right?
Yeah, and honestly, that's the thing in the game. You have to be at least level 10 on one job in order to switch into a different job.
Yep.
So yeah, at level 10, you can become a rogue. But you've already got a level 10, so you should be able to go down there and just pick up rogue if you move your character.
Right.
If you start a new one, then yeah, you'll have to get
I don't know.
If you start a new character, then I would suggest you do Marauder over Arcanist.
Now let's talk about these casters down here though.
Okay, let's go for it. I have them all.
All right. So you said Summoner was really easy. And
Summoner, they say, has the easiest rotation in the game.
Okay. From the video, it didn't seem like it.
You also get a healer out of the job or out of the deal.
Yeah, Summoner,
right?
And what's the other one? Scholar level up at the same time. Even though you can only have one of them equipped, they co-level each time. That's how Judgy has a level 90, has 2 level 90s because he's one of those jobs and he leveled them at the same time. So Judgy can tell you if Summoner is an easy class or not. Summoner is for Marines. Damn. I don't know how I take that.
He said they play with Legos, but he left out the part about they're eating crayons while they're playing with their Legos.
Oh, damn. So a Navy guy and an Air Force guy are in chat bad mouthing Marines and go.
I mean, they're a department of my Navy, so I'll badmouth them any day of the week. I don't care. I mean, they're just our land-based fighters for the Navy. That's what Marines are.
They are the Navy's army.
And to be fair, the Marines have to take corpsmen, which are a part of the Navy, into battle with them.
There are no corpsmen in the Marines. Also, all the Marines vehicles can be boats.
They're Transformers. Marines ride around in Transformers.
They're like Transformers, or they're the vehicles from Mask.
Let's see. So
he's got to level up his culinary.
I'm not a Marine, sir. I don't eat crayons.
Air Force would be a mage trying to wear plate mail. Oh Lord! Oh, Judgy's been called out. Oh
no!
The
Air Force would be a blue mage where they think they're hot shit and they can only go into stuff by themselves, but then they realize that it's sad because nobody likes them being around.
The blue mages are broken. They just are.
Blue? This is red mage.
Blue mages are special. They don't count. You can't do them. They don't count. They're special. They don't count.
You can go in with a team as blue mages into a dungeon, but the one survivable spell that you get that'll let you all survive the best in a dungeon only is active when you're solo or the whole rest of your party is incapacitated.
Yeah, as a blue mage, you will live.
But you can run dungeons solo and high-end dungeons solo, and if you have all the spells that you need, and they can't kill you.
That's true.
What about Black Mage?
Black Mage is what my main is. And it's fun. It gets a little complicated. Like in the level I am, I'm level 64, and it's a little complicated because you have to remember your ley lines. And as long as you're in your ley line, you're really powerful.
So are there actual lines on the ground?
No, it's a big circle around you.
All right.
But the thing is, you want to stay in there as much as possible. The bad part is the big bad evil guy wants to throw mountains at you, so you have to move. And then you step out of it and you're not as powerful. And then everybody's like, get back on
the line. So Judgy says,
I don't want to die.
You play that if you want to see the big numbers on the screen.
That's true. And I do like big numbers on the screen. I like big numbers, and I cannot lie. You other players can't deny.
All right. So your main is a black mage. So
yes,
let's stay away from that then. So I think
we can do two black mages. That's just called OP.
We want to be fair to the enemies.
No, we don't. You never want to be fair to the enemy.
No. I will say this though. Remember the dolls from Final Fantasy IV?
Yes.
That you fight and then they become the big doll. Yep. I just fought those in 14 and it was awesome. And it had the music and everything and it was awesome. But continue. I digress.
Again, you know my stance on that.
I know.
I feel like they go. I feel like they go way too into the nostalgia.
What you need to do is just push yourself as fast as possible to level 50.
See, that's the problem. Yeah. That's the problem. Hold on. You guys want me to read the storyline?
Hold on. Push yourself as fast as possible to 50.
Uh-huh.
And pick up Samurai.
Okay.
Now, Samurai is stupid.
Then you have melee, and then you can kill some shit. Ask Stacks what happens when a ninja goes against a samurai.
Listen, chat just said, wait, Diz is going to read? In exclamation points, all capital, and he's like, pump the brakes. And that is the most true reaction to Diz reading in a game that I've ever seen in my life.
Now keep in mind, Diz did say, he said, y'all want me to read. He never said he was going to.
Hey,
he also skips cutscenes and doesn't watch them and then goes, what happened? Why are we fighting this guy?
As you get into the expansions, there's more voice acting. So there's a lot more voice acting in Heavensward than there is in AR.
That's good. So the problem was the first playthrough is that I was trying to follow the storyline and there were so many quests because I was trying to do all the quests like you do in WoW, right? You just grab all the quests and you try to do them. And apparently you don't do that in this one. So I didn't know the rules.
And blues.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
So I was getting really bored with, hey, I need you to go pick up 15 sticks and bring it back to me. I'm like, I'm level 65. I find behemoths over here. You want me to pick up some sticks for you?
I've yet to do a side quest in 14.
Yeah, I haven't done a side quest either.
Is there like a filter where you can filter out all those things on the map?
No, because
I can't remember
in there because they suggest that you do those if you're trying to level up another job. But really what I've done to level up my job so far is I do hunting log, I'll do fates, and then usually if I'm like within 2 levels of hitting the next class quest, which is every 5 levels, I'll go and run a dungeon.
Or you can do levies.
Yeah, you can do. And
yeah,
do levies as well.
I've done the levies. Well,
yeah, but I'm talking about to do your other classes. Get a levy, max it when you go to activate it. That'll get you the most. If you find you're having trouble completing it as that quest or class, switch to your most powerful class, kill it, and then turn it in as your one that you.
That's the other class. Yeah. Ninja's fun. Like I said, if you want to do melee DPS, I think Ninja. I think you would like the Rogue and the Pugilist a lot.
Well, it doesn't matter, Stacks. I won't ever be an Endwalker at this rate. So
you're going to be an Endwalker if I have to buy it for you again myself.
Hey, I'm just saying.
All right, so the blue ones here are your job quest, right?
Yeah,
not
blue
always.
Ones, no, blue ones. What they do is they give you new features in the game. They unlock new things in the game. So gotcha. Some of them will be like your job quests. Some of them will be like you're opening up new levies. Other ones will be like they open up new parts of the game. Like you do a blue quest and you get a chocobo. You'll do one and you'll unlock retainers or the grand companies. Things like that.
Do you have to do the company stuff? I mean, explain the company. That's like your little guild thing, right?
No.
That's a free company.
Not a free company. The Grand Company. One of the 3.
The Grand Company is like the military force of one of the 3 kingdoms.
I gotcha.
And you do need to do those because that'll get you better gear.
Okay.
Plus, you can help the guild as you quest and go through dungeons, because you could take that stuff and turn it into the guild quartermaster with the company you're involved with. And then that will increase the XP for your free company and give you seals that you can use to buy your ranks with the free company, or I'm sorry, the grand company, and it'll give you seals to buy your gear.
Yep.
So Judgy, we were looking at the rogue / ninja. I do not like the bard. We've established
that. Would be better off as a pugilist monk.
Not that I have anything against the bard class in D&D. I just don't like it in Final Fantasy.
Well, I mean, he just said he didn't like the flow style of the rogue last time he played. I think he'd do better with monk.
I played a rogue a little bit, and I couldn't. I don't know. I didn't like the way the melee attack worked, and stuff like that. I was just at first I was just getting my ass handed to me as the rogue. So
whatever you do, don't take your pugilist at level 3 and go pick on a level 5 fate against an old grandma alone. Don't do it alone.
That's true.
Because then you'll be running for your life while she's chasing you in a circle.
For some reason, the Dragoon seems interesting to me, though.
Dragoon was fun.
Just because I'm thinking of Kane from 4.
I mean, that's exactly what he does.
Do you just jump in the air a lot?
I mean, when it's off cooldown, you can.
Yeah. When you actually become a Dragoon, you get jump. Before that, you're a Lancer. So you'll get a lot of other abilities before you even get jump.
You'll be fighting with a long javelin or spear, and you're like stabbing people like a pikeman. And then once you become a Dragoon, you learn to jump and come down.
Am I familiar with positions? Somewhat. I watched a video on the ninja, and there were it talked about I'm not sure what to call them, the Tin, the Chi, and the Jin. Talked about that, and it also talked about positional abilities where if you're behind them, you wanted to use this ability. If you're to the side of them, you want to use this ability.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of little things you got to learn. So
they have an ability that you can use. Now it'll do 100 damage anytime you use it, but if you are behind the enemy, it'll do 160 damage. It's basically you get bonus damage for backstab. It's basically what it is.
Right. So
whenever I played my rogue, I would just let the tank pull them in and grab their attention, and then I would sit behind them, and then when that ability lit up, and usually rogue and pugilist both can just melt somebody. Like, it's stupid. Like, they will whittle down a health bar quick.
Machinist can too, but you've got a long way to go to get machinist.
Yeah.
You got to get to 60 to unlock machinist.
Yeah. Machinist is DPS too, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to say Gunbreaker is the one that's tank.
Mm-hmm. My machinist is at level 69. I'm half. I know, but I'm half a level. I'm half a level away, clan, from being able to get Reaper.
I want Reaper.
That's why. That's why the machinist is not going to forever stay at 69 because I want.
That's the DPS I'm really looking forward to unlocking. It's Reaper.
Well, that's because you run with shitty tanks, Judgy.
Reaper looks fun as hell.
Because if you played with people that played WoW before Final Fantasy 14, they would all be turning the fucking bosses in a dungeon because that's what fucking WoW's tanks do. Because we get bitched at and kicked out of the run if we don't.
Yeah. Reaper, Zeplo, she normally played a dancer a lot. And then when Endwalker came out, she was a Reaper for a long, long time. I think she completed Endwalker as a Reaper. That was her main class while she played Endwalker was Reaper.
And then, of course, you can get Sage and become a Disc Priest equivalent Final Fantasy.
You heal with laser guns by shooting people with your laser guns. Yeah, the Sage class they thought is so awesome that they took one of the main characters, made him switch jobs. He stopped being a summoner and became a Sage.
He's like, I have a carbuncle. I have a black carbuncle. And then he's like, I don't need you anymore. I
can trade my black carbuncle for 4 lasers that make everybody feel better when I shoot people with them. And that's what he did. His sister, though, stayed red mage.
I guess I'll try ninja, that rogue ninja. So I think we'll start with that.
I would try that and pugilist.
Faster as you play them. Don't miss your combos. You'll hit enemies more times.
And the combos he's talking about is what I was meaning with the little boxes lighting up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll tell you.
And if you read on it, it'll say like your second ability will proc when used with this, and then you put that one first, put that one next. Your third ability will tell you it'll proc on your second, and you put it down, and then it's 1, 2, 3, and then you hit with your like finisher pretty much, and it'll rotate your combo back to 1, and it just keeps ramping damage as long as you don't miss.
Pugilist, you actually have to beat up your guild master to make him strong.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not opposed to going monk either, but
start rogue, and if you don't like it, try pugilist.
All right.
I think you would like both of them, though. To be honest with you, I really enjoyed them.
I mean, I only brought up pugilist because when Diz was playing with the last time, he said he didn't really like the fighting mechanics of the rogue. That's why I said he'd probably be all.
Well, rogue is stab, roundhouse kick, stab, roundhouse kick, roundhouse.
So you were talking about setting up your buttons in a specific order, but which makes me wonder. I know in WoW, Clandis likes to click cast. Are you doing the exact same thing in this game?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were asking me. I was like, I never cast.
I'll do my number keys a lot. But sometimes, like, as soon as I hit the button, sometimes, I know I'm a click caster. I don't know what, you know what, it's
true.
But sometimes the ability will come up so fast and it's so far away from my button that I'll hit the button and then I'll hit the combo ability with my mouse. That way they're right together and I can pull them off quick. That's true. I do know Lalafell shock.
All right, so I think we figured out the class. Now, what about the race?
He's back. You guys turn it off?
I mean, I guess that's kind of up to you on whether you want to be a cat, a dragon, a bunny, Lalafell, a giant, a human, or an elf.
So all races can be.
Yeah, there's no limit. Buck is a Lala tank. So he's just this little 2.5, 3 foot tall guy in plate mail
that you can't even see as the healer. Because I've heard Clan go, Buck, I can't even click on you, and I'm like, Clan, there's F1, 2, 3, and 4. Whichever one I'm on the list, hit that button and then hit your heals. He's like, I don't heal like that, Buck. Well, I'm gonna die if you don't find my icon on the fucking screen.
That's true.
So you can be this big giant guy and be a rogue.
Yeah, you can. 100%. The paladin guy is a big giant guy.
Yeah, he is. Well, at least the one that they claim has went off the reservation.
Race is negligible. Okay, gotcha.
The paladin trainer is a whiny ass fucking human.
Yep. But you can be any race that you want to.
The Oathbreaker.
And then you can your job that you pick at first determines what city you start in.
All right, so I want to start as a marauder or an arcanist. It really won't matter because I'm switching to
You're going to get to level 10, and we can get you to level 10 in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, the only reason you're picking one of those is because the rogue is in the same town as them.
Yep.
Like if you pick Gladiator, you'd be in Ul'dah, which is not anywhere close.
You wouldn't be able to get rogue until either one of us took you to Limsa or you unlock the airship travel.
Gotcha.
So, like I said, I would do either Marauder or Arcanist until 10, and then go unlock Rogue down at the Fisherman's Guild. Because that's where it is, chat.
I think Judgy has a preference over there.
Rogue, is that the cat people?
That's the dragon, ain't it?
It's either the dragon people or the lion people. I think it may be the lion people.
Oh, he thought Buck would have been those.
Yeah, that's the big lion people, right?
The muscly folk.
The muscly lion guy. You look like Mufasa.
No, see, Stacks doesn't understand. He's talking about those fucking giant motherfuckers.
Oh, Rothgar. You're talking about
He's talking about the big giant
guys.
motherfuckers. He said he figured I'd be that. Glenn, he doesn't know, does he? He hasn't even seen me play Ark. My character in Ark is this fucking big. He's as big as the fucking bushes.
That's true. That's true.
I'm 1 inch away from 6 foot tall, and I play short characters on most everything I play.
You're not wrong.
Hell, JD Single Barrel is only 3'9".
They got the pistivity of somebody 7 feet tall.
More like 10 feet tall and bulletproof.
That's
true. His mindset.
So when are we going to see this character show up?
I don't have to overcompensate, Stacks. That's why I pick short characters.
Well, when we get off, when we end stream, then I can probably re-up the subscription there and log it in. At least get the character created on the right. Is it Crystal? Is that what I'm creating on?
The data center.
The data center.
Different.
Aether
is the data center, and then Fairy's the server.
Crystal's the one that you started on with
gotcha.
And Marlboro.
Gotcha.
Yep. In case you want to move to our server, chat, and you already have a character somewhere, it's $18, but it's instantaneous. It's
Pretty
instantly
much.
It just moves. They tell you it can take up to 24 hours. Mine took 24 seconds. It was quick.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start a character because I don't even know the storyline.
Sexy bunny girl.
So.
And you also, chat, have a requirements you have to make sure you meet. Like you can't have your retainers out on missions, and you can't have auctions pending and stuff like that. In order,
you can't be in a free company.
Yep,
you have to leave the free company.
You have to be solo when you make the transfer.
Yep.
Which right now, Diz's character on Crystal in Gnaw is actually the guild leader. I know because I made him it before I left. Because Clan made me it before he left, you bastard. It's like moving with extra steps.
That's true.
No, switching servers is not like moving. I would gladly pay somebody $18 to move all this shit to somewhere else.
That's true. Moving wouldn't be so bad if I could get somebody to do it for $18. That is true. 100%.
I'll pay that any day.
Oh man.
I mean, to be fair, when I moved into the place I'm at now, I paid 2 people in beer and hamburgers.
Was one of them named Wimpy?
No. One's name was Doug.
Move your furniture today for a hamburger the next day.
No, it wasn't it wasn't my retainer items. It was the guild vault items, like the free company vault. I emptied it out and brought it all with me.
Would you move all my stuff for a hamburger? I know I would. You just get you a big old meaty thing and put it between two buns. Add just some cheese and some ketchup and mayonnaise, maybe a tomato and a lettuce. Oh, I'm gonna move right now.
You left out the bacon.
Well, I mean, that's optional. I mean, I prefer it. I would have said onion, but I know you don't like onions back.
Fuck that.
See, hey, I know you don't like
nobody
onions.
getting onions in this house. If they're helping me move, they just gonna have to suck it up and live with it.
BYOO, Chad. If you're
I ate at Waffle House.
You ain't even bringing it in my house.
And they're like,
that might still kill me.
They're like, do you want the onions in that? I was like, does it matter? You're gonna put them in there anyways.
That's true.
Fucking facts.
Waffle House will put them in there. Yeah.
Hardly tells them no onions and everything, and they double the onions in everything. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, he said he wanted extra onions in it. I think so. Okay. And the cigarettes bobbing up and down his mouth.
And ashes going in the food.
But if you go into a Waffle House and that cigarette on the cook isn't bobbing up and down in his mouth, the food's gonna be terrible. Don't even eat there. Turn around and immediately exit.
Go ahead and stock it, Stacks. My fucking cook's a level 70. I don't need your food. I can cook my own shit.
Now I will take some food because I'm almost out of boiled eggs.
The only reason that you and Trick had to help me when I first started on Fairy is because I started a new character. Buck's over there now. He has all the jobs at level 53 or higher on every class and job in the game, except for the two I don't have unlocked yet. I don't need your assistance.
I have 3 jobs I have yet to unlock.
I can cook. I told you to start with that I could be a cook.
I've still got to unlock Dancer, and I've got to unlock Sage and Reaper.
Is that like a quest line?
Yeah, once you get to a certain level, the quest will turn blue and you'll be able to do it.
You have Machinist unlocked?
Yep.
Then you should already have Dancer unlocked. You just have to go to it and get it.
Well, then I don't know where it's at to go get it, but yeah, I do have Machinist unlocked.
Because Dancer and Machinist are the same level.
Yeah, so I just don't know where to go to unlock it.
Okay, we'll get that sorted.
We have to agree on a free company uniform. That's true. That is true. I'm hoping that blue is involved because I really like blue.
I also really like blue.
There you go. Boom. Has to have blue in it.
I also like to be blue. I mean, I like the color blue.
The Admiral has spoken. That's my rank in the free company chat. The Admiral.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Judge, how does Buck get his own special rank?
You have your own special rank.
I am the quartermaster.
Not on all of them. Your first character's not.
What is my first character?
Nightingale.
It works the other Admiral. It's just a desk job. That is true. The actual Admiral in Final Fantasy 14 does sit at a desk.
No, she don't. Not all the time.
But she is the boss of Limsa Lominsa.
I watched that woman shoot a motherfucker.
I have too.
Ooh, do you?
It ain't just a desk job.
She will shoot you.
Hey, Clan, do you want to make? We could make 2 warriors and name them George and Barney.
Oh God.
All right, sure. I'll make another character named George. Yeah. You got it.
Just rename your second character.
I'm not renaming my sexy bunny girl George.
I mean, call it Georgette, and then he could make Barney.
Barnett.
Barnett.
Barnita.
Barnita. Yes.
Oh, I'm named after my dad. His name is Barney. See, I'm Barnett. I'm going to be a dancer, isn't it? Yeah, dancer for sure.
Coriously just has no idea what she signed on for on bringing those two on as new deckhands to that airship.
That's true. That's true. Chad, if you don't know what we're talking about, please go to NerdTube and watch the previous episodes of Not Actually Heroes Cataclysm, where you can meet George and Barney.
And the fact that JD almost killed them twice.
That's true. Why is NerdTube not working?
I don't know. That is weird.
I know Bodrix is working because it just talked a second ago. Did you delete my commands, Diz?
I did not touch a thing. But there is NerdTube right there. So
there you go.
You can see all these wonderful episodes. We got some shorts on there.
There's a lot of stuff on there. Yeah.
How much do they cost?
Well, actually, it's free $99.
No, I'm talking about the Nerdacopia Network merchandise shorts that Diz said that is on NerdTube.
Well, we don't have shorts you can wear. We have shorts you can watch.
I don't know if I trust that.
I mean, technically, we do have a store out there somewhere where you could possibly get nerd shorts, but we haven't.
I've seen a man in a Tifa outfit on this channel, so I don't know about if I trust watching shorts.
There was a man in a Tifa outfit because that man is me.
If he just shaved his eyebrows though and then penciled them back in at the same time for the same skit, that would have been even better.
Hey, I made that shit look good. Everybody agrees.
No one ever gave me, chat, a goal for how much it would have cost for Clan to shave his legs prior to putting on that outfit.
That's true.
Because I'd have met that goal too.
That's true. Tifa legit got pointers from me before appearing in Final Fantasy VII Remake. She's like, "What should I do?" And I was like, "Hold on, I got you. Do this." And it worked, Chad. It worked.
I think that your cosplay is somewhere in the 20s, the mid 20s here, I think. If you're looking for that. There's also Limon shows up for the first time somewhere here in the mid 20s.
Yep, I like Limon. That was a happy accident, chat. Limon was.
And also our most popular video is out there. See if you can figure out which one it is. And then put a comment on it. And maybe we'll get more of those videos.
The funny part was Diz, that you brought that up. It showed up in my For You section of my YouTube.
I shall scroll over on YouTube. It did.
I was like, Clan, I see a dude. He's doing a blank because y'all know what it is, and I'm not trying to ruin the surprise on what you know. And I said, this dude has hair.
That's true.
Like, how crazy is that?
I wish it would change out the image for the new one because I like the new image better
here. Yeah.
Limon shows up in episode 24.
There you go, 24.
There you go.
And Tifa shows up in episode 26.
Yeah,
I did a quick scan.
The mid 20s are pretty good episodes.
Umbrella and you know that cat who put the umbrella in the milk?
Yeah.
I did too. Try do this. It takes us
You got a cup coming out of the back of your head,
right? And it's trying to talk Clan into trying it because it tastes good. I don't know where it's coming from, but I want to try it. Where's that? I can't grab it.
Well,
So what's this other thing that you mentioned earlier, Clan?
Oh, the WoW stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A couple things I saw. Apparently 10.1.5 is getting ready to drop. I think on the 11th. And two things happened in that update that I know about. Actually, three things that I know about. One, cross server trading is available. Two, your Dalaran Hearthstone and your Garrison Hearthstone are going to be moved out of your inventory into your toy box. And then three, all the allied races will be unlocked as long as you have a character that is over 40.
It's bullshit. I put in so much work for them.
So I'll finally have unlocked my Zandalar and my Robo Gnomes.
Yes, you will all finally have your Mechanomes, which
That's
is the
right.
most utility-based fucking class or race in the entire game.
To be completely transparent, chat, I have all the other ones unlocked already.
You know what else comes out when that launches?
What?
All of those buffs that I told you about that I read to you. Where the Diz Priest becomes even stronger than already.
You notice he smiled real big on that one, chat. Guess what's Bug's favorite class? You don't even have to think about it a lot.
I can't wait to be able to wreck face even faster than I already do.
So now, as long as we each have a character that is level 40, we can make a new character and make a party of all chinchillas.
I mean, I already have two in my arsenal. I have a Death Knight, which is the cutest, scariest looking thing that runs across the battlefield, chat.
Actually, Judgy, episode 0 of Super Retro Game Show Extreme, that was one episode where we played Final Fantasy VII Remake. So there's like 2 hours of us playing it. I have yet to play Final Fantasy VII Remake at all. Have not touched it at all. So that is one of the games that is on my list of games to play on stream is Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I have beat that game.
And I've never played it.
And got all the summons on it. You have not played it on Nerdacopia Network. That's true.
Hey, I just answered his question.
It is. I really like the combat. I wish the combat in 16 was more like Remake. Not that I don't like the combat in 16, but I think the combat in Remake is better than 16's.
The only reason that I have not beat 7 Remake is because I'm missing one summon, and I refuse to beat the game until I get the final summon.
Yep.
Bahamut.
Yep.
Once I get Bahamut, I will walk out of the little virtual training right there in the tech center of that tower, and I will go finish that game.
Mm-hmm. I was right there where you were, and I played it until I got Bahamut.
I actually own Remake twice.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't touched it, chat.
Haven't touched it.
Just like he owns Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
I've got the Crisis Core one around here somewhere. He hasn't even
taken one out of the case.
I also own Crisis Core on my PS5. I don't have it on PC.
I have not got Crisis
Core. Here's my Tears of the Kingdom. It's still sealed in the box.
I mean, I have the original Crisis Core for PSP, but I don't have the new Crisis Core yet.
I don't have the original Crisis Core, but I have the new one on PS5.
I can't play the original because my PSP got broke while I was in the service on the submarine. Someone took it out of my rack and stomped on it.
Oh, damn.
I could never place who did it, because if I did, I'd have stomped their face.
That's fair.
But they broke my PSP, so I can't play it anymore.
I didn't buy a PSP until they were already done and over with, and I bought my niece's PSP for $50.
Is this it? Oh no, that's Final Fantasy 30.
I've got to find my cartridge.
I'm gonna go get Mystic Quest. Somewhere. I'll be back.
Here it is.
There it is. Yeah,
because I like the physical.
He's weird, chat, but we still love him.
Keep it physical.
Even though the game is not on the disc, it's there.
Yeah, true.
What are you going to do about the sequel, the Rebirth? It's on 2 discs, so there's going to be a lot of disc swapping.
I'll just get the 2 discs.
What do you mean? Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 were on multiple discs.
I know, because we had to.
Well, apparently they had to on this one also.
I know. I made the conversion during midway through the PS3 era, and I just started buying digital everything.
So is the Crisis Core? I never played the old Crisis Core game. Is this?
That's before Final Fantasy 7.
Is this a remake of the Crisis Core game, or is it?
Yes, that was on PSP.
Okay.
They brought it out to a console instead of handheld.
And then there's a prequel to that game called Before Crisis. That's a mobile game, and it's getting a remake on Android and iOS.
Interesting. I never played Crisis Core, and I never played the Dirge of Cerberus.
Yeah, I never played either one of those.
Game.
The Vincent's game, yeah. I never played those two.
Do you think we'll get a Dirge of Cerberus remake?
I don't know. It didn't have as great a following as they probably hoped it would.
But Vincent was a good cool character.
Yeah, and it was a good game, but it just didn't get the amount of traction that they were hoping for.
Yeah. I think
and the only reason they did it is because of how well 7 did.
I know.
And they were
No, I got it. I've cracked the code. Okay, so Final Fantasy 16, right? They get Yoshi P, the man who saved 14, and his team to make Final Fantasy 16, right? They bring in the guy that done the combat from Devil May Cry. Brought him in to do the combat for shut up, Siri. For Final Fantasy 16. So they're going to do a Dirge of Cerberus remake with Devil May Cry combat. It's going to be an action game like Devil May Cry, except it's going to be Vincent shooting people in the face.
And then shape-shifting and ripping their heads off.
Yes.
I swear. Yes. You need to play remake. That would
be insane.
You need to play remake.
I do.
And it's the combat is really good.
Listen, if I could tell you my list of games that I need to play, you would be sad.
And it keeps reverting back to just.
I mean, I don't think this is a spoiler or anything, because I mean, it's a remake of a game that was made how many years ago?
Came out in 97.
Right.
So nearly 30 years ago.
So you remember when you're in the train yard?
Mm-hmm.
You remember what you don't want to fight in the train yard?
No.
The fucking house. You remember the house?
Yeah, the house. Yes, I do remember the house. Yes.
There's not a random combat encounter for the house, but you do get to fight the house at some point.
Nice.
And it's a pretty good combat encounter. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, I do remember the house. Like the T-Rex in Final Fantasy VIII. You don't want to fight it, but if you do fight it, you get cool stuff at very early in the game. As long as you suck the magic out of it.
You just gotta suck the magic.
Yeah. Final Fantasy VIII, aka Welcome to the Suck.
While summoning your GFs.
So when they're done with 7, are they gonna do an 8 remake?
Let's do it.
They would have to, because here's the problem with 8.
I think it would be good.
The problem with 8 is and they've never said it outright, but a bunch of people that worked on the game have said this. They lost the source code to 8. That's why it was never. Yeah, that's why it was ported few and far between, because they can't find the original code for Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the only way they could really do it, is completely remake it, and they may do that. Here's the thing, though. I've heard rumors of a remake of 6.
I'm open to the ideal.
Here's my problem. I have a problem with remakes.
There's a lot of story hidden in, because we're getting the little sprites and the dialogue's real short in it, right? So that it keeps a child's attention. If they remake it, they're gonna use full size, human, characters, right? And then they're gonna actually probably change the dialogue a little bit to expand on the stuff that we knew was happening.
Yes.
But they weren't actually talking about it. So
yeah. What order do you put the Final Fantasies in up to 10?
Up to 10?
So that episode.
So we went all the way to 15. Good. Okay. Well.
Up to 10. All right. I think I can make a list real quick.
I mean, we've done this.
Ooh, up to 10. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can do this. I can do this. Hold on, let me think for a second. Get my thoughts together.
The big question though, chat's, where's Clan gonna put Mystic Quest?
It doesn't count.
It was a Final Fantasy before 10. Yes, it was.
Not a mainline Final Fantasy game.
He didn't say anything about a mainline.
Well, there were no sides except for that in the Game Boy games. Okay, so I would do.
I mean, am I supposed to be making one of these right now? Because I don't have my Excel spreadsheet out.
Okay, I already got mine.
I don't get paid enough for this.
I mean, you get paid?
Yeah, you didn't know?
You may be entitled to financial compensation. So up to 10. So we can't say 12, right?
Oh, you can't say 12. You have to do the good ones.
We can't even add 10-2 into this.
Okay, I got mine.
Yep.
I'm done. And my 1 and 2 can flip flop. Actually, it should just be 2 for number 1 and then number 3. That is true. That is true. Final Fantasy 12 was the one. Hey, would you like to play an online Final Fantasy, but it'd be offline, and also all your actions are a spreadsheet? Have we got the game for you?
That was my game.
Also, to make up for it, here's this big titty bunny girl in a leather outfit.
And almost a remake of a Setzer from
Setzer.
Yeah,
he is
a younger version.
He is almost Setzer. Yes, yeah. He's a sky pirate.
I mean, it's like they took Setzer and Sid and just kind of smashed them together. And went, here he is.
What is the kid's name? Van or Vaughn? Is he
the little kid?
Yeah, the little kid. Yeah,
the main one, kid. Vaughn, Vann.
who should not have been the main character at all. I don't think was originally supposed to be the main character. Also, little known fact, did you know Final Fantasy 3 was originally on the PS2 and they ported it up because it took so long to make?
Why was he never in my party?
Doug said, why was he never in my party then? Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, about that. Let me guess, you had Sky Power, you had New Setzer and Bunny Girl in your party, didn't you?
Once I figured out that all I had to do was equip everybody with armor, a shield, like a big mace or a axe, and then set the AI so that it was like, all right, if it's on the ground, hit it. If it's in the air, shoot it with magic. If anybody drops below 50%, heal them. I was like,
there you go.
Done. And I walked through the game after that.
I don't even think I got past the first dungeon in that game.
I beat it, but you know how my brain works. I can't remember much about it.
I beat every Final Fantasy up to 10. And then I haven't beat a Final Fantasy 6-10 since 10. True story. I've not beat 12. I've not beat 13. I did play 11 and 14, but you really can't beat them. And then I haven't beat 15 either. Because it's hard for me to get over the teleporting sword stuff.
Yeah, that's my gripe with it.
Yeah.
And it's just like this bro game. It's just like
it is. It's would you like to play Final Fantasy except you teleport around and you may be like a weird generic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Because that's what they are. Pompo or whatever his name, Pronto or whatever his name is totally Michelangelo.
Did you see Kingsglaive?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I mean,
I did like Kingsglaive.
Yeah, but seeing that's the same as the dagger in the game where you're throwing it and then teleporting to it.
I didn't like
looked
that.
More badass in the movie than it does in that game.
I hate when they force a combat mechanic just down your throat. You have to do the teleport or you can't do combat.
Yeah, you can't. You're going to die if you don't teleport.
Yeah, it fucking aggravates me. So, but I'll go back and beat it. I'm going to beat that game. So,
yeah, we have a thing. We're going to beat all the Final Fantasy games.
Me and the boys.
Yep.
The boys.
All right, you got your list, Buck?
I reckon.
All right. Okay, so one of you two can go first.
All right. I'll go first.
All right. Okay, Diz, you go first.
Why don't we just go down the list?
Oh, yeah, we can go down the list. What's everybody got for 10? Number 10.
Oh, we're going to go up the list.
Yep. We're starting at number 10. Top 10 list from our home office in Grand Rapids, Wisconsin.
I have number 2.
Okay. Buck?
I also have number 2.
I also have number 2.
Yeah, I could have called that one.
Because it's a saga game, not a Final Fantasy.
Now, number 9 is going to be different, and I guarantee that it's going to be different than both of yours. Okay. My 9 and 8 are definitely going to be, because they're not my favorite games. I don't like them. My number 9 is 3.
Okay.
Did he say his shit's going to be different than ours? Because my number 9's 3.
Oh! I don't think it's
my number 9. No, my number 9 is 8.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see that. All right. And then my number 8 is 5. Because I don't like the job system.
You hurt me. You hurt me when you say that. I don't like
the job system.
Both 5. Of you can fuck off. Both of you can fuck right off. Butts for life is all I'm saying.
What you got
fuck
for
off with hating butterscotch, so fuck you too then.
Look, listen, when you get up to heaven and the Lord tells you I was right, don't be mad. For my number 8, I've got 3.
3. Okay. So I guess number 7, I've got Final Fantasy 8.
I've got 10.
I've got 1.
Ooh. I really like 1.
Yeah, Diz has got 1 way on up there, Clan, because he likes those.
If you like 1 that much, you should love 3 and 5.
Why?
He can't be
because
4
1 is
just
the job system. There's just less jobs.
You select the job from the beginning and you stay in that job. You get promoted at some point.
No, you don't. Your job, you do like 14. You get such a high level, and then your job upgrades.
You get promoted, yeah. But in 3 and 5, you can always change your jobs all the time. That's what I don't like. I don't like having options, I guess.
Or you can stay. Diz should be in communist Russia. He hates options. In communist Russia, we play warrior because it's a 4 warriors of light. Stupid capitalist dogs cannot read.
We have to use all the medical because we can't have any healing.
Exactly. Diz is playing Final Fantasy 1. The potion shop is making bank.
All right, okay, so number 6.
Number 6. His economy rolling.
I have Final Fantasy 1.
I have 8.
I have 10.
Okay. All right, so at number 5, I have Final Fantasy 7.
I have 1.
I have 5.
Which I guarantee 7 is going to be higher on your guys' list. So, but
I guarantee that our 1 and 2 are going to be exactly the same, just swapping.
Yeah.
So,
and like I said, my number 1 can be 2 different games, and then start the list at 3 because it's fine.
The ones I have above this, one of them, the next one is not going to make a lot of sense for everybody, but I played a lot of this game and I really liked that game at the time. So I think it's just nostalgia for me. It's not so much that it's the better game or anything. And that's Final Fantasy X is at my 4.
At number 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Buck, what have you got for number 4? 7? My number 4 is Final Fantasy 9.
Nice. All right. Number 3, I have Final Fantasy 9.
I also have 9.
I've got 7.
Me and Diz have more common interests in this list.
To be fair, though, to be fair, 3 and 4 could swap because I really do. Final Fantasy 9 is a very good game. I highly recommend it.
Yep.
It's just 7 was that. The only reason I put 7 above 9 is because 7 was that quintessential watershed moment where things were different from then on.
Yep. 7 was a game changer for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we already know what 1 and 2 are. It can swap either direction.
So number 2, I have.
You got to get number 3. You didn't put number 3.
Number 3?
Oh, we just did number 3. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So number 2.
We were both 9 and you were 7, and you said it could swap either with 3 and 4.
So number 2 is 4 for me.
I chose 6.
I chose 4.
Yeah. Yep.
And 1 and 2, like I said, it's on the same line.
And there's only one reason I chose 4 to be at the top. And Clan knows why. Nope. You know why I chose 4. It has nothing to do with Cecil.
Oh, because of Sid. It's your favorite Sid. Yeah, I know.
What about 14? And number 1, of course, for me is Final Fantasy 6.
Lock.
We all know that, yeah, because my son's middle name is named after Locke from Final Fantasy 6.
Yeah. Listen, I love 6. 6 is to me, 6 and 4 are the best Final Fantasies, and I'll give an edge to 6 over 4, but it could flip flop either day. But some of my favorite characters are in 6. You got Locke, you got Edgar, Sabin are in there. Cyan's in there. Setzer is one of my absolute favorite characters, just because he's cool. And then you have Terra and Celeste, and I can just go on and on. Also has the best bad guy. Kefka is better than Sephiroth. I'm sorry, kids. I hate to break your hearts, but it's true. Kefka is better than Sephiroth because Kefka won.
He's the Heath Ledger Joker of the Final Fantasy world.
He is. He is the Heath Ledger. Actually, if they made a 6 movie, Heath Ledger would have been a kick-ass Kefka. He would have been scary as Kefka. It would have been good. 7 is the best. I don't care what you say. Well, see, that's where you're wrong.
Yep.
7 is not the best. Also, Stacks, Judgy DM there gave us the limit of going 1 up to 10. So we couldn't include 14 in the list. But if I was doing 14 in the list, I would probably put it somewhere, probably as
it wouldn't even make Glenn's top 5.
They'd probably be number 6.
I told you when you make Glenn's top 5.
Number 6. It's very good. I like how it calls back to the old Final Fantasies that I love.
Hold on, we're all leaving one out here. Where do you put Mystic Quest?
See, I asked if we could put it in, and Glenn said it doesn't count.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I put Mystic Quest as 45.
There's also 3. There's 3 Game Boy games that are Final Fantasy.
4 Game Boy games.
4.
Yep. Although, to be fair, none of them, they're only Final Fantasy games in the United States. In Japan, they are not Final Fantasy games at all.
In name only, right? So,
yep. The 3 Final Fantasy Legend games are actually sequels to Final Fantasy 2. They're all saga games. And then Final Fantasy Adventure is actually Seiken Densetsu, which is the first game in the Secret of Mana series of games.
So top 4 for Judgy is 7946, which I can't argue against. I mean, those are all in my top 5. So
that's they're
really good games.
Yeah. And I think with 7 is a hard one to do because it really depends when you played 7. Like, had you played the 16-bit ones before, or is 7 your first Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Because I think if 7 is your first Final Fantasy, it's locked in for you, never to be replaced.
And you have to talk about the ones that are really game changers. Final Fantasy 1 is a game changer. It set the bar for just about all the RPGs.
Well, before Final Fantasy 1, the only thing like it was like really Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
And it was just so far beyond what Dragon Quest was.
And then
it was crazy.
I don't know if 4 is a game changer, really. It really upped the game a little bit.
4 upped it in the terms of graphics and the things you could do to tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'll give it does make a big jump from 8-bit to 16-bit from Final Fantasy 3 to Final Fantasy 4. But then once you hit 6, it's such a huge leap from 4 to 6 that it's hard to compare it. You won't believe that they're on the same system, but they are. They're literally 3 years between them?
Yeah.
Because Final Fantasy 3 came out in 6 came out in 94?
It's the story for me. It triples or quadruples the story. Because in 4, it's a pretty good story, but it's real simple. They keep it very simple.
Well, the big thing that happened, honestly, between 4 and 6 is Sakaguchi's mom died while he was working on 5. So that's why 6's story is more adult and deals with a lot of death and stuff, because he stated before, he's working through processing his mother's death through the story in 6. That's why there's a world of ruin. The crystals are gone, things are different. But that's why it was like that. But it was a very adult story for what you got on a Nintendo console back in the day.
Yeah. It's a good point about the Final Fantasy.
And the sad part is he stopped us at 10. So we didn't get to talk about Crystal Chronicle.
Oh, now
we don't need to talk about Crystal Chronicles.
Would you consider 10-2 to be part of that then?
No.
Now
10-2, I can barely get past the opening.
I have to say 10-2 had the most fashion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with dress spheres. 10-2 ranks higher than 10. Oh my god. Oh, gee. Oh no. No.
I like 10. I like 10 a lot because it's almost like a funeral march. Like you kind of know that story is not gonna go the way you want it to at the end of it.
There's weird stuff happening.
Yeah.
And then when you get the one part with the one character that just out, you're like, this is not giving me the warm and fuzzies, man.
I really liked the temples you had to go to. It really kind of it made me feel like almost like a Zelda game.
I mean,
because there was puzzles and stuff.
We did leave one out that would be on my list, but Clan said it didn't count.
Mystic Quest. You're really going to put Mystic Quest? Oh,
Tactics.
Well, it came out. Well, I mean, no, that would work. It would after
it came out before 10.
Yeah,
that's what I said. You said that part doesn't count, but that would be in my top 10.
It's not a mainline, but if it was I would. If it was every Final Fantasy game up to 10, then I would. The Tactics would be on there.
Tactics would be in my top 5.
Tactics would probably be number 3.
The Titus laugh. Yeah, the voice acting was a little rough, and I think it was just because they had a hard time probably translating the animation over with the
also,
English.
do you know they pronounce his name Titus, which is wrong? It's just Titus.
Just like
Titus and
just like your favorite in 4.
Cecil.
Hey, I didn't say it this time. House. I didn't say it this time.
We do not say Cecil in this house.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you're pronouncing it wrong, Judgy. His name is Titus.
Well, how do you pronounce is it Cecil or Cecil?
Yeah, do you say Cecil or Cecil, Judgy? The Dark Knight turned Paladin. Protagonist of Final Fantasy IV.
Probably the first. Okay, yeah.
So he's a Cecil man.
Now, I played. Well, I beat it on both the Super Nintendo and I beat it on it came in on DS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I beat it on that, and that's actually a pretty decent remake of it. With they added the voice acting, minus the Cecil part, which didn't bother me so much. But it was weird, but it didn't bother me as much as it bothered you.
Chat, really pisses me off. Cecil and Titus are right up there with Butterscotch.
Yeah, they are. They all can go to the devil's taint. Where they belong.
Oh.
Just saying.
I swear we can turn an episode of anything into a Final Fantasy chat, can't we?
Yeah, and have it keep going for a while.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, Zelda, or WoW. We can pretty much segue into one of those 3 and then carry it.
Just keep going. I mean, if we slipped into Dungeons and Dragons, I mean, I could probably talk.
I mean, if we were talking Dungeons and Dragons, we could be going until tomorrow, like into the morning.
That's true. It would be a long conversation.
Yep. Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, segue, we got Dungeons and Dragons this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern over on Twitch.
That's right. And you can go to our Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Nerdacopia Network. Or if you're here on Kick, you can scroll down to the Not Actually Heroes Are Forgotten banner there at the bottom of the screen and click it. And that will take you to our Twitch channel where you can watch it live this Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep. And if you need to get caught up on any of the old episodes, we're playing the Forgotten. It's Not Actually Heroes. The Forgotten is the campaign we're on currently. And you can go over to the YouTube and there's 14 episodes.
Yep. It's 14 episodes on YouTube of The Forgotten.
Very interesting stuff.
Been working on that, haven't you? Getting that command to show back up.
No, it just magically worked again. Botrix, 50% of the time, it works every time. I'll be really happy when Mix It Up works on Kick.
I just like that Botrix is a hosted thing, and you don't have to run it locally.
That. Yeah, I do like that. I just wish that it worked all the time.
That's true.
Sometimes it goes to sleep.
All right. Well, let's see. That's our stuff. And also, we stream a little retro show called Super Retro Game Show Extreme. We try to do that every Monday at 10:30 Eastern. We have been doing it on Kick and YouTube, so that's probably what we'll continue to do for now. We're playing through Zelda 7?
Oracle of Seasons.
Oracle of Seasons? Yep. And then after that one, we'll do the Oracle of Ages and continue on. So,
and then after that is Wind Waker.
Wind Waker. Which I've never beat Wind Waker. Which I've never beat these games either, so be fair.
I enjoy Wind Waker a lot.
Then we have to figure out if we're gonna do the 4 swords or can you do 4 swords? Do you actually have to have 4 people? No, I know the Triforce Heroes where that's the one where you have the 3, right?
Yeah.
You don't. That's a single player game.
I think the other 3 links are AI driven. If you're not there, either they kind of follow you around and you can switch between them.
Okay. So we may try those as well. And then we got the man in the middle here, Double Up Buck. He played some D&D today. I didn't get to watch it. I didn't find out until later, and I went to go watch it, and it was already off. I was like, "Oh man!" But he does some other stuff.
So, what this says, to answer your question, you can play it if you have 2 Game Boy hookups linked together. But it says 4 Swords Game Boy Advance cannot be played alone.
Oh, there you go.
But if you play 4 Swords Adventure of the GameCube variety, that has a single.
Oh, so we might play through it that way or something. Maybe. No guarantee.
Yeah, I played a little Dungeons and Dragons today over Judgy DM. He stopped us off. Aggressive position without even rolling initiative, so that'll be fun. I'm not scared. Some of the party is.
But you're right, Judgy. I knew about that. I knew about that secret, sir. Also, chat, there you have the links for Double Buck's channel and the channel for Dungeon Mechanics there in chat if you want to go follow them over on Twitch.
Does the shout out not work over here?
Well, it would, but it would shout out at Kick channel.
Oh, will it?
You can't shout out a Twitch channel on Kick. Because you have to put their username.
I was gonna say, just like you can't do it the same on Twitch to somewhere else. Yeah. And if he did shout out, it would give you my account over here on Kick. Because I do have one.
There you go.
That's true. There you go.
See? It is. Kick channel.
There you go. He's not streamed on it yet, chat, but it is there. Go follow him. I have.
I'm still debating. Bring over. I was thinking probably 7 Days to Die, 21 stable.
There you go.
But we'll have D&D 2 Saturday, which on my channel for shopping episode 3.
We got more money.
Right, it's time to spend some money.
because they still have at least one place in that market that they haven't checked out yet.
The enchanter that I pissed off.
Well, no, not. I mean, talking about that. I'm talking about the iron door that y'all haven't went to.
Oh.
Kiarn was told about. But 4 of them came dangerously close to dying last session, chat.
Me.
I was surrounded.
One dropped, and the other 3 had red dots on them, indicating they were below half health.
Mm-hmm.
Had I rolled better as the bad guy, they all would have had little skulls on them, because I'm pretty sure I'd have dropped all 4 of them.
Hey, I saved Stone.
This is true.
Yeah, but we did level up, so
it did level
that's
up.
true.
Bonus.
We did level up.
That just means that the next battle is just going to be that more intense.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Because now they have more health, so I have a bigger health pool to play.
That is true. You're not wrong.
God, I got so many more spell slots when I leveled up. Like I got like 3 or 4 spell slots.
I got access to level 2 magic.
Gaining 1 level. It was crazy.
That's all I got. I got access to level 2 magic.
So this week, though, I should have at least one day left to try to work on a goblin. Take the before the new, because the new patch will. So we'll see what we can do. I have a rogue. I have warrior. I have a warlock and a monk of my goblins. Try to get next expansion. Goblin stay classy.
Yep. Hey, also, speaking of games made by Blizzard, announced today, Season 1 of Diablo 4 comes out July 20th.
Yep. I haven't really even started playing that game. Just, I think we got to like level 8 or 10 or something.
Yep.
That's about it.
But then we can start again in Season 1 because you got to make new characters anyway.
There you go. I mean, I got Zelda. I've got Crisis Core. I've got Final Fantasy 16.
Why do I got to make a new character in Season 1?
Because you can't play your existing character in Season 1.
See, that doesn't make sense.
You have to make a new character every season?
Mm-hmm.
How long does a season last?
Like every 3 months.
Weird.
See, that's the thing. How is Blizzard expecting to beat Diablo 2 with Diablo 4 with this shenanigans? It will never happen.
So you don't actually have to recreate the character, right? You just don't get some benefits or something.
You just don't get this. You don't do the Season 1 content.
Yeah. So.
I mean, like they are talking.
It's a Valheim thing.
They are talking that like, what, 2, 3 expansions are already in the works for.
I know they're working on 2 expansions right now.
Wow!
Already,
same time.
I mean, I know the exact number, chat, but I can't talk about it.
2 at the same time. That must cost like $1 million.
That's what I've heard. If you want to do 2 at the same time, it's at least $1 million. But apparently Diablo 4 is the fastest selling game in Blizzard history.
Yeah, but that isn't what put Diablo 2 at the top.
No, I was just saying.
Well, yeah, I agree. It's the fastest selling, but it still hasn't beat 2 out for the metric that they were trying to beat 2 for.
We'll see.
They've already ran the course of what it was supposed to do. The time frame has already elapsed.
What was it supposed to do?
It was supposed to be the #1 dungeon delver game in world in the same time frame that 2 became the number 1, and they didn't do it.
What's the number 1 then?
2 is number 1.
So you're saying 2 outsold 1?
No, it wasn't the selling of the copies. It was the feedback given for the game. They based it on amount of content that was utilized and how much people continued to play it in a time frame versus like what's going to happen when they tell somebody at season 1 you have to make a new character, and then everybody has to give up everything they've already done and start over. How many subscriptions are they going to keep?
I mean, there are no subs.
No, I'm talking about active people playing.
Oh, I think it'll be more than what you think. Because I mean, that's what people are used to now.
Not
especially in looter games.
Yeah, but not for a Diablo game. This is the first time they've ever done that.
Diablo 3.
You didn't have to remake a character to play their new content.
You had new seasons.
Right, but you didn't have to make a new character to play the new season.
Maybe you'll be able to copy your existing character. I don't know. But from what I heard, you had to make a new character.
Let's hope they don't take Valheim's.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to see. Like
Destiny.
Drop you back to a certain gear score and you got to start from there. That's the case, I'm out. That's the reason I left Destiny too.
Hey, you know all those guns and all that armor you collected? Yeah, it's garbage. Just throw it away. Also, we have a new currency.
There is a new currency.
That's Destiny.
It's true. Although I will say sometimes it is fun just to go in there and shoot things.
You know all that currency that you earned over the years? We're going to just take it away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Destiny 2 is the best shooter on the market. There is not one better that exists. It doesn't. If they would just get rid of the bullshit. Destiny 2 would be better if they would just... Well, they are.
Well, they're making steps to fix this. But I'm just saying, bring Cade back and then get rid of all the bullshit.
Could we just get a Firefly game?
That's what we want. That's what we want. And that's what Destiny was at first.
It would be a combination of Destiny and Sea of Thieves. Except instead of being in the ocean, you're flying around on a spaceship.
No Sea of Thieves. Just get the fuck out. No. It needs to be it'd be a cross between like Mass Effect and Red Dead Redemption. That way you have space cowboys.
This over here wants us to be on like a cargo ship and board other people's cargo ships and kill them and take their shit.
We just watched the first episode, right?
Yep.
And what were they afraid of? They were afraid of Reavers attacking them and boarding them in space.
Yep. They will come in. They will rape us to death, eat us, and sew our skin into their clothing. Mm-hmm. And if we're extremely lucky, they'll do it in that order and we'll be dead. Also, go watch Firefly, Chad. If you've not watched Firefly, go watch it right now. There's 13 episodes in a movie. It'll be the best time you've ever spent in your life.
Yep. All right.
That's debatable.
Well, let's call it. It's we went way over on time here.
Exactly. See, Judgy knows. He understands Firefly.
It's good.
Well, yeah, but you said the best time I've ever had in my life. That's debatable.
Listen, I like Firefly more than Supernatural.
Yeah, but you didn't say watching a show. You said the best